Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
This is Merchant Talk by Practical E-Commerce. I'm Kerry Murdock. Sounds True is a Colorado-based provider of products and services to enable spiritual development. It was founded in the 1980s, and its business model is both interesting and sophisticated. It sells products via wholesale channels. It publishes a catalog. It offers online courses, and it has an e-commerce site with a custom platform that sells both physical and digital products. The manager of this site is Theresa Fox, and she joins us today to discuss it. Well, Theresa, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
Theresa, what is Sounds True, and what do you sell online?
Sounds True is a spiritual book publishing company, and we primarily emphasize audiobooks, which is a bit different than books on tape. It's not the literal reading back of the material, but it's oftentimes seminar-type information that's recorded specifically for the program itself. And we also have DVDs, we have physical books, and we do online courses and live events.
Of the products that you sell, whether it's an audio product or a physical product, roughly how many products would you have on your site?
We have several hundred different titles, and then they're available in multiple formats. So it may be available as a CD and then also as a digital download.
To give our audience an idea of your size or the makeup of your revenue, how much of your company's revenue comes from e-commerce activities, or what percentage?
So our company is about 60% trade business, meaning that our products are sold at stores like Barnes & Noble and Borders, and about 40% is direct. And of the direct business, it's 50% is through the website and 50% is through our catalog sales operation.
I assume the catalog sales came first, and then a website came after that.
That's right. We've been in business for 25 years, and the catalog has been around most of that time.
When did you launch the e-commerce site?
Originally, we had a Yahoo store for several years now, and then a little over a year and a half ago, we brought that functionality in-house and built our own e-commerce site.
So that's a custom platform that you're using?
That's correct.
So how do you market your e-commerce products? How do you market them on the web?
Well, we use a multi-channel approach. We do market using, as I said, our physical catalog, which also will send people online and refer to products that are only available digitally. We use email marketing pretty extensively. We do web-based promotions. We have relationships with affiliate programs. We do paid search, and we focus on doing SEO activities, all of which drive business to the website.
Do you manage SEO and paid search in-house?
Yes, we do.
Who do you use for your email marketing solution?
We use MailChimp.
Talk to us a little bit about your strategy there. How often do you send out an email? What's in your email? How do you use that platform?
We have several different emails that are recurring pieces. For example, 4 times a year we send out an overstock that speaks to specific products that we have excess stock of in the warehouse. And So that's 4 times a year we send that one. Once a month we send out a new releases announcement that tells people all the new products that have just been added since the previous month. Additionally, we'll send out specialty promotions around specific products, sometimes individual pieces for a new product that has launched that we think is unique and of greater interest. We'll send out articles and interviews with authors just to provide some meaningful content for the customers to read. It's not necessarily just based on trying to sell a particular product at that time. And other times we've sent free video, for example. We try to make sure that there's things in our email program that are of value even when you're not shopping.
A customer that has signed up for your email or has indicated they want to receive email communication from you, how often will they hear from you in the course of a month?
Probably about 6 times. So there's 4 different weekly things that would occur, but there's a couple of them like new releases and overstocks where we'll send a follow-up reminding them that there's 1 day left to take advantage of the offer.
You mentioned pay-per-click. Is that Google? Do you use engines other than Google?
We do Google, we do Yahoo, and that's primarily what we focus on at this point.
Have you tried Bing?
We're just doing a little bit of testing with Bing, but we haven't seen significant numbers yet in terms of adoption of Bing, but we are starting to test in there.
Can you tell us how many keywords that you keep in play on your pay-per-click program?
So we're continually ramping up, so every week really we're adding additional terms. We have a lot of authors and title combinations that we use, and I would say it's in the thousands of keywords.
So, Theresa, your digital products that you sell, walk us through the back end on how that works. Say I'm a customer and I buy an audio book from you. How is that going to ultimately be delivered to me? How have you designed that?
So as you walk through our website, the shopping experience is fairly typical. You have a chance to browse through products, and as you see a product, what's unique is that we combine the digital and the hard good version of the same product together. So unlike other websites where they'll send you to a special download store to shop, our downloads are commingled with our physical goods, and you can see the price difference. Downloads obviously are considerably cheaper than mailing out a physical product. So you can see the 2 prices side by side. You can select the download version. There's simply a line that says digital download, add to cart. And once you've completed a one-page checkout, where you just enter in your credit card information and your address information, at that point there's a button on the confirmation page that puts you into your digital library, which is where you can access not only digital downloads, but it's also the entry point into our online courses and events. So we also sell things like live interaction with the authors, where there's a chance to ask the authors questions. And to purchase those, you would go to the same digital library in order to see where your product has landed. And then that will give you instructions as to how to access the online course or the live event, or put you in a screen where you can start downloading your digital products.
For physical products, do you fulfill those yourself?
We do. We have our own warehouse and handle the shipping ourselves.
How do you ship typically?
It's a combination. We use FedEx. We use SmartPost, which is FedEx on our end, but then transfers to the U.S. Postal Service for delivery. And then for international, sometimes we use other choices as well.
That was SmartPost?
Right. That's a feature that's part of FedEx, but it uses FedEx to pick up from us. But when it delivers to the final home, it's the U.S. Postal Service who's making the last leg of the delivery. So we're able to save quite a bit in shipping by moving to that method.
Is that integrated into the cart? Does the customer know that it'll be received from their mailman?
Yes, so as they're going through the checkout, there's shipping terms that they can read about. For example, it describes what happens if you have a post office box and so on. And in there we describe the method of shipping for them.
Theresa, I've spent a fair amount of time, I should say, on your site, and I suspect you've had more successes than mistakes, judging from the success of your company. But tell us some things that you wish you had done differently and some things that you're most proud of, e-commerce-wise.
Well, I think some of the things that we're most proud of e-commerce-wise is being able to have the digital products and the hard goods together, because that's very rare. I think we're very proud of the one-page checkout. We built our website off of a shopping cart called Kona Cart and modified it significantly to go down from about a 5-page checkout into a one-page checkout. So it's extremely efficient for the customers, and it significantly reduced our abandonments of the cart after we had implemented that. I think we're very proud of our online courses and events, because it's completely delivered in a world that we built from scratch for the customers, each course separately. We have a co-branding project that's just rolling out now that enables a lot of partner sites to sell Sounds True products through their site by basically pasting in a line and a half of code onto a blank page, and then it makes all the functionality of Sounds True available to them. And we're really excited about our PPC program. That's been working very well for us.
What's an example of a partner? What would that be? Someone that wants to sell sounds, a company that wants to sell your products. What type of partner are you referring to there?
So it can be different types. Some of our authors are partners. So an example there would be Andrew Weil, who on his site links people into our shopping experience through a page, but it still feels like you're on his website while you're doing that shopping. Another example is a company called Wake Up Sydney in Australia that does special events that bring together people who have interest in furthering the work of spirituality in the world, and they carry the complete Sounds True collection of digital products.
Any decisions that you've made that you wish you would have done differently?
I think one of the things that we've recently realized, and we're in the process of doing it differently now, is that rather than maintaining all our own hardware and physical equipment here, that it just makes sense to have it in the cloud. And so we've got a project right now to reverse that decision and have most of our hardware maintained through an Amazon cloud.
And you're dealing directly with Amazon there?
That's right. And that has an opportunity to save us quite a bit in terms of hardware costs and constantly having to purchase additional equipment.
The last question I have for you, Theresa, is social media. You guys have a social media strategy.
Yes, we do, and that's really a big focus for 2010 for us, is expanding what we're doing in that regard. We do offer forums as part of our courses, for example, where customers can speak with each other. They have opportunities to engage with the authors sometimes or with each other in forums. And we're looking at really rolling that out in a broader sense and adding subscriptions and memberships in various types of clubs that enable people really to interact with us more directly and interact with our authors and interact with each other.
Our listeners, of course, are e-commerce merchants, smaller e-commerce merchants for the most part. Anything else on your mind for them today as it relates to what you do or what they do?
Well, I think one of the really important initiatives that companies should take very seriously is their SEO strategy and how they're optimizing where they're showing up in the search engines. The paid search campaigns are very valuable as well, but to maximize the way that you've designed your site such that you get the most natural search boost that you can is very important. One of the things that we did in the search engine optimization area is we launched some sites that are just content-rich, free information, tons of audio clips to listen to and samples, and a lot of text, some of them as much as 100,000 words, on subjects like meditation, on energy healing, on intuitive development, and on life purpose. And each of those are entry points where search engines will find us then, because we have so much content that's available, that's deeply meaningful, and then links back into our main site, SoundsTrue.com. So I think strategies like that, where you really build up your ability for just natural search to find you, can be very valuable, especially if you don't have a large budget for paid search.
Well, for purposes of our listeners, once more, Theresa's company is Sounds True. That URL is sounds, that's plural, SoundsTrue.com. And Theresa Fox, the Managing Director, Direct and Digital for Sounds True. We want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Kerry.